All right. Thank you, everyone. This is a meeting of the House Rules and Executive Nominations Committee. We have a little bit of business to do today. We have 3 bill hearings and then some voting. So we're going to start with Speaker Jones. Welcome. Presenting House Joint Resolution 4. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon, Chair Healy, Chair Holmes, and members of the Rules and Executive Nominations Committee. For the record, I'm Speaker Adrian Jones presenting House Joint Resolution 4, locating the new Federal Bureau of Investigation headquarters in Maryland. HJ4 is part of the General Assembly's effort to support Governor Moore and our congressional delegation in urging the United States General Services Administration and the Federal Bureau of Investigation to relocate the FBI headquarters to Prince George's County, Maryland. Maryland and Virginia are currently competing to be selected for the location of the new FBI headquarters. Building the new headquarters in Maryland will balance the scales of equity and economy in the region. President Biden issued an executive order stating that the federal government should, consistent with applicable law, allocate resources to address the historic failure to invest sufficiently, justly, and equally in underserved communities. Prince George's County, home to both Greenbelt and Landover, where 2 of the 3 finalist sites are located, is the only majority Black jurisdiction in the National Capital Region and would directly benefit from new development. Placing the new FBI headquarters in Prince George's County would put good jobs in communities that have been historically underserved and give the FBI greater ability to diversify its workforce. Additionally, the new FBI headquarters is part of the state's long-term vision to keep Maryland competitive with our neighbors. We're financially prepared and have the infrastructure in place to take the next steps. Greenbelt and Landover are the 2 largest sites under consideration and are ready for construction either immediately or within the next 6 to 9 months. This year's budget includes $100 million to start that development, and we're poised to set aside another $100 million next year. Both sites are also either on or near major mass transportation that link to DC and are close to other defense and cybersecurity agencies, as well as the U.S. Department of Justice. HJ4 reaffirms that Maryland is the best location for the new FBI headquarters. We're able to meet the needs of the FBI and of federal employees. We're prepared to invest in redevelopment and are ready to serve the American people. Thank you. I ask you for a favorable report for House Joint Resolution 4. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Really, truly appreciate this. Are there any questions from any members of the committee for the Speaker? Seeing none, thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
Thank you.
Are there any other witnesses, Patrick? I don't have a list.
No other witnesses signed up to testify.
All right, thank you. Then that concludes the hearing in House Joint Resolution 4. We will proceed to Senate Bill 667, the annual corrective bill. I believe Ryan Bishop is on for that. Good afternoon, Ryan.
Good afternoon, Chair Healy, members of the House Rules Committee. I am Ryan Bishop, the Director of the Office of Policy Analysis for the Department of Legislative Services. I'm here to testify on Senate Bill 667, which is the annual corrective bill. This is the bill that corrects various inaccuracies and omissions in the annotated code and in uncodified language It also repeals obsolete references and does some reorganization of the code. It is strictly technical in nature and makes no substantive changes. So we would ask that you give the bill a favorable recommendation.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions from any members of the committee on this bill? Are there any other witnesses on for this bill?
There are
Patrick?
no other witnesses signed up to testify.
All right, then that concludes the hearing on Senate Bill 667. We will proceed to Senate Bill 877. Ryan, I believe that's you again.
Yes, thank you again, Chair Healy. Senate Bill 877 is the annual curative bill, which actually cures defects in the titles of bills, which are essentially the short title, the function paragraph, and the purpose paragraph of bills that appears at the beginning of each bill. Occasionally there are errors in this or cross-references that are missed. And there were a couple of those this year. So this bill would correct those as well. Again, strictly technical in nature and non-substantive. So we would ask for a favorable recommendation.
Are there any questions from the committee on this bill? Seeing none, are there any other witnesses, Patrick?
There are no other witnesses.
All right, well, that concludes the hearing on Senate Bill 877. If we were meeting in person and this was like it was done in the past, we would have the newest member of the Rules Committee make a report on those two bills, but we're not going to do that today. At this point, we are going to end the public hearing portion of our meeting and move on to the voting portion of our meeting. And I'm going to recognize the vice chair to make some motions.
Thank you.
Start with House Joint Resolution 4.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Move favorable on House Joint Resolution 4.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, please say no. Hearing none, the ayes have it. Moving
Madam
on.
Chair, Madam
ahead.
Chair, I move favorable on Senate Bill 667.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. The ayes have it. Delegate Holmes,
Move favorable on Senate Bill 877.
Second.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. The ayes have it. The three bills are passed and they will be going onto the floor this afternoon, I hope, but very soon anyway. At this point, we're going to move from that section to the re-referral section of our meeting. And I'm going to recognize the vice chair to move all the bills that have been requested by the chairs.
Thank you,
Go ahead.
Madam Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair. Motion to re-refer the following bills, Madam Chair. HB 1246, HB 1249, HB 1292, HB 1295, SB 8, SB 57, SB 158, SB 186, SB 353, SB 399, SB 423, SB 497, SB 516, SB 526, SB 530, SB 582, SB 696, SB 772, SB 848, SB 914, SB 940, SB 944, SB 960, SB 962, SB 965, SB 966, SB 968, SB 971, and finally SB 952.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, the motion is to re-refer those bills. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Those bills will be referred on the next report out. And that concludes our meeting. I know everybody's got other meetings to get to, so we will not take any